When life becomes a trip, pack a bra, get a grip. So when the cup runneth over, the fam will get to sip. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Bevlyn and welcome back to Dispersed. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. I hope you subscribe, and if you're coming back again, thank you for always supporting me. I do hope everyone is well and keeping safe. Today we're going to be talking about my academic journey, what it has put me through mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, all of it. We're going to get into it. So we're going to start with the financial side of it because I think that's going to be pretty short. So I studied at Rhodes and I'm aware that things might have changed since it's been like a long time since I was in university. I started in 2014 and yeah, we're just going to basically dissect that. I did a Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting with the idea that I'll become a chartered accountant in the future. I mean, I'm still on the journey, but... So first and second year, it's pretty much your tuition and your accommodation fees, and you know, textbooks here and there. And then you get to third year. This is when you start investing in books that you need, not books that you are just prescribed by the lecturers. Those books are very expensive, and the thing is they're constantly changing, so you can't buy them second hand. There are some that you can buy second hand that haven't changed, but then most of them you have to buy them brand new because things keep on changing and the standards get updated. So you want the most latest thing ever so that you are updated and yeah, you get the best out of the books. Like, I don't know how sharp you have to be to remember everything in those standards because yeah, there's a lot of information there that you have to remember. You pretty much have to flag, which is pretty much just making a note of where something is in the book. You're not allowed to write in the books, but you can take them in the exam and they do assist in answering questions in the exam. Now, the emotional and mental and physical side, I would just combine those into one because they feed into each other. Firstly, your parents lied to you when they said, oh, university is going to be easier. Just get through high school. University you'll be specializing in what you want to do. So you will enjoy it. Those are lies. Like, forget about that. Nothing gets easier. It gets tougher and tougher and tougher. Until you die, things just get tough. I'm joking. For me, my experience was that first and second year were pretty simple, so I basically relaxed. You know, I was like, oh, this is easy. I mean, how can it get harder? And then I got to third year, and when I tell you third year whooped my ass, like I got like a wake-up call and I realized, oh no, this is not a joke. This is not a trial. This is real life now. But I'll get into that in a moment. In second year, you pretty much now have to be certain that you want to go the chartered accountant route because the subjects are pretty much tailored to you becoming a chartered accountant. For instance, information systems is tailored for information systems for accountants. You're not doing the general information systems that people who are majoring in information systems will do. And the reason why I'm saying you need to be sure at this point getting into second year is because you can't then realize, oh no, like at the end of second year, oh no, this is not for me, so I can choose to major in something else, because the moment you do that, it means you have to go back and take other supplementary subjects. So it will be pretty much difficult for you to switch to another major once you're done with second year because you're doing stuff that is specific to you becoming a chartered accountant. So at Rhodes in third year, you'll be doing what they call the Big Four, which is basically financial accounting, auditing, taxation, and financial management. It's all nice and games when you're walking around campus telling people, oh, I'm doing the Big Four, well, I'm doing the Big Four, when the exams are whooping your ass there. Oh my goodness. When you get into the exam, you're getting close, but you're out here in the streets telling everyone, oh, I'm doing the Big Four, I'm doing the Big Four. Don't do CA route for nobody. Do it for yourself, because if you do it for somebody else, you will quit along the way. You will quit. You will quit. So you have to get certain grades for you to be able to do the postgrad qualification that enables you to continue on the CA journey. So I think at Rhodes it was 60 for financial accounting and then 55 for the rest of the subjects. Oh my gosh, guys, I hope you cannot hear that in the background. There's some kids making noise. Oh my goodness. So they pretty much tell you these things in like first, second year. Oh, you're going to need to get 60, 55, blah, blah, blah. So me, I was looking at my marks in first year and second year and I was saying, I need to get 60 and 55. That is going to be easy. That's going to be a walk in the park. Then I got to third year. I was like, oh my gosh, will I even get a 50? So I had this mentality of, you can't tell me anything, I'm doing so well. So, and I got in there pretty much relaxed. And then third year was like, sit down, sissy, you don't know anything, sit your ass down. Basically didn't make it for one subject, which was financial management. I took a sub, it still didn't work out. So I decided to retake the year. This is when all the fun and games began, because when I tell you, this is when the program gets ridiculous. Like I said, I'm only speaking from my experience. So whether you've passed certain subjects, if you're going to retake the year and you're still planning on going the CA route and you still want to do the postgrad qualification, which is basically CTA, you have to retake all the subjects. Whether you pass them or not, you have to retake them. I guess the idea behind it is that tax law and standards are always changing. So if you then repeat one subject and you neglect the other 3 ones because you did well, by the time you now have to do CTA, the postgrad qualification, you will not be as updated and you will probably struggle. So prior to this, I never failed in my life, and it really hit me hard, and I didn't know how I was going to deal with it. I also didn't know how I was going to tell my parents, because I didn't understand the financial burden it was going to be on my parents. I mean, it's something that they hadn't planned for, and now they have to like fork out another 100k for me to be able to retake the year. You know, so at this point I really had to have a vital conversation with myself about why I failed, because if I didn't, I was going to waste everyone's time and my time and also my parents' money. The reason why I say you need to have an honest conversation with yourself is because you need to be aware of the reason why you are in this position where you failed. Is it because you don't like what you're doing? Is it because you stumbled upon something? Or is it because you face something that you can possibly avoid in the future? Oh my gosh, these kids are singing happy birthday. It's actually quite important so that you know the mistakes that you made and so that you can avoid those things. And if it's something that you don't like, then this is the point you stop and be honest with your parents. They might not like it, but you would have been honest with everybody. So after I went through the whole process of having a conversation with my parents, they were pretty much supportive and they agreed to me retaking the year, which I'm grateful for. Now when I went back to school, like, oh my gosh, like I felt like everyone was looking at me, like I felt like failure was written on my forehead. I felt like everyone was judging me, but in reality no one is really judging you. People are dealing with their own problems. Of course, maybe 1 or 2 people will talk about you. Maybe some people who are now doing it for the first time are looking at you like, what is she doing here? But by the time you get to second semester, they won't be asking you that question, because third year will be showing you what I'm doing there. So honestly speaking, no one really cares, especially when it comes to failure. People in university are dealing with their own problems. People are facing a lot of stuff, so no one really cares about whether you're repeating or not. If they do care, it's probably for a minute or so, but that's it. So don't think people are losing sleep over the fact that you're repeating. No one cares, so live your life. So after third year, you do a postgrad qualification, which is CTA. It stands for Certificate in Theory of Accounting. I don't know why they call it a certificate, honestly. Maybe because there's no thesis involved, but that thing, whoo. I genuinely don't think they should call it CTA. Honestly, I think they should call it honors and something, because you put in the work, you work hard. That thing, it takes so much from you. It's just 1 year. Actually, it's just a couple of months, but it takes the life out of you. CTA has nothing to do with your brain. It has nothing to do with your intelligence. So if you think, oh no, I'm the most intelligent person, this thing is not going to faze me. You're in for something. I do not know how many times I've asked myself, like, what's wrong with me? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? What is going on? Why am I getting these marks? I was panicking, like, what is this? We'll be putting in the work, but the results will not be matching the effort that you would have put in. The advice I can give to someone who's doing CTA is that you have to be smart with your time. your studying, and the way you approach your exams. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know your study techniques. You know what works and what doesn't work. So don't let anyone guilt trip you by them going to the library 24/7 or sleeping in the library, or guilt trip you when you're wanting to sleep. If you want to sleep, go and sleep, because you actually do need the rest. It's very, very vital for you to like rest when you're doing CTA. You need to learn how to rest, because if you don't, you will crash and you will fail. So now you're tired and you have failed, like you haven't achieved anything. And one thing that is guaranteed in CTA, I know other people have different experiences, some people sail through it, but you will cry. You will cry. Like, you attempt a question in your room while you're studying or in the library, and it will show you that you don't know anything, and then you will start crying. You will wipe your tears, get back to studying. That's how bad it is. So the essence of that whole year where you're doing CTA is to prepare you for the first board exam, which is the ITC, Initial Test of Competency. This first board exam is written over 2 days, 4 papers, 2 on the first day, 2 on the second day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. So basically all your exams in CTA are structured in such a way that you'll be able to write ITC, so they prepare you for that. So you'll be writing exams over 2-3 days up until you get used to it. What makes ITC tough is the fact that you don't know what's going to come. You know that you're doing financial accounting, taxation, financial management and auditing, but you're not sure how much of each subject is going to come. Papers for ITC are out of 100, so 4 of them, so in total 400 marks. So you don't know what's going to come. They might bring 50 marks of accounting, or 200 marks of accounting, 20 marks for taxation. So if you are strong in taxation and they bring 20 marks of taxation, and then they bring the things that you are struggling with, then you're basically screwed. It sounds very unfair. I mean, it is, but I guess that's how life is. I don't know. Overall, that experience has toughened me up, and I totally understand when people say CAs are stingy. They are stingy for a reason. Like, understand that this is not a cute process. Like, it's quite difficult. I'm not just going to give you my money after I've been through this. Like, literally go to hell and come back, and then you want me to give you my money. Why should I be doing that?